All girls and boys, ready? Let's begin.
What's up, everybody? How are you doing today? I'm just gonna do a quick sound check, make sure everything sounds good. Let me know if you can hear me. Give me a 1 up in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. Sounds like audio is good. Sounds like everything's going well. I want to say hello to everyone. It has been a minute, man. It's been a minute since I've been doing this live show. Our last live show was actually 3 weeks ago. Danny Eley Live. I'm your host, Danny Eley. I guess I should introduce the show like that, right? My name is Danny Eley. This is Danny Eley Live. You can watch us on Facebook. We got viewers on Facebook. I'm going to point at the camera, even though I'm looking at Facebook down here. We got viewers on Facebook. We got people on YouTube. We got people on Instagram. We got people on Twitter / Periscope. We got people on TikTok. So let me know where you're watching, whatever comment you're in, whatever social media you're in. Let me know. Just click. Let's do something different. Let's click 5 this time. Click the number 5 if you're watching this in the comments. Let me know that you are here. If you can see a title anywhere, maybe you can see it on Facebook, you can see it on YouTube, maybe you can see it on TikTok or on Instagram. Tonight we're talking about reflections. Now we're not talking about, I wish I had a mirror right now so I could hold up a mirror. We're not talking about mirrored reflections. We're going to be talking about reflections, and I think everybody knows what I'm talking about when I say reflections. Yes, Liddy you're on Instagram. Thank you for being here. I see Derika Wright Pearson, you're watching on Instagram. Marcus, I see you on TikTok. The Poop Dealer, I see you on TikTok. What's up? Let's see who else we got here. We got J326, I see you on Instagram. Victor, I see you on TikTok. Woody, I see you on TikTok. Jamal, I see you on Twitter. Yeah, what's up? Good to see you guys. Good to see everyone here. I appreciate you being here. Definitely have missed this live show. I'm happy to be back. Oh, I forgot. I normally start off by talking about what day. Okay, so for those of you that are new here, this live show started at the very beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic when we were first locked inside. I figured what better time to start a live show than when everybody's at home watching the internet. So good time to start it, and I knew it was going to continue on. So I normally start out by saying today is day 74 since the governor of California has declared the stay-at-home order. So I am excited to have you here. I am just some quick notes about the show. We used to go every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday because the country is starting to open up now, and because things are starting to change, we are moving that back to just Tuesdays. So we're only going to be here Tuesdays, and we are pushing the time back. We used to start at 6. Now we're starting at 6:30 every Tuesday. We'll be here 6:30 to about 7, maybe 7:30. We had some great shows. If you want, you can go to our YouTube is probably the best place to see the catalog. You can go to YouTube. The information keeps popping up down here. You'll see it pop up. But you can go to YouTube and watch some of our older episodes. I would highly suggest, there it is, Nimi and Danny on YouTube. I would highly suggest watching our episode with Mr. Dean Braxton. That was one of our best episodes that we've ever had. It actually went 1 hour and 45 minutes, and he talked about his experience going to heaven. I think that was episode number 15, I think. 15, 16, something like that. We're actually on episode 20. I think this is our 20th episode that we've done. So cheers to that, right? All right, Facebook. Nobody's commented yet. Where are you guys at? I see people watching on Facebook. Let me know you're here. Put 5 in the comments, wherever you're at. If you're watching on TikTok, if you're watching on Twitter. Sorry, somebody outside is deciding that they're going to talk on their car stereo. So if you can hear that, I apologize. Anyways, I got my notes. And I'm not obviously following them. But that's all right. I find it better that I write down what I want to talk about before I talk about it. But then I try to just be free and open and just go with the flow with things. So I have like a guideline of what I want to talk with you guys tonight. And remember, this is interactive, so you guys can talk back with me. But I have some things that I want to talk about. But obviously the conversation can go wherever it needs to go. I do want to tell you guys something kind of cool. This notebook is actually full of some pages for a project that I've been working on, all of coronavirus as well. I'm probably about halfway done. CJ, I see you liked us on Facebook. I appreciate that. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta close this window because this is gonna distract me the whole night. Hearing that speaker outside, somebody talking too loud on their car phone, deciding the whole world needs to be a part of their conversation. I had to close that. Nana, what's up? I see you on Insta. Woody, what's up? I see you on TikTok. But I have some exciting news. I think I've shared this possibly before. I might have shared this before. I might not have. I am actually writing a book. Yup. I'm writing a book. I'm very excited about it. I feel like it's going to be an important book. I feel like it's going to be something that hasn't been written before. I mean, probably the idea has been written before, but the perspective hasn't been written. And let me just pull up. Maybe I wrote it down here. I think I have it. I actually have a ton of notes in my notebook and also a ton of notes on my phone here. Yep. This is the dedication portion of the book. I wrote that because the dedication was incredibly important on the purpose of why I wrote the book, why I'm writing the book. And I think a lot of people, but this will capture the essence of what the book is about. I said to Joshua, Christian, Jessica, Dania, Alex, Ibram, and Deanna, I hope these words help you discover the keys to accomplish your purpose, and I pray you break the strongholds that would hold you back from everything you were purposed to become. Does anybody know what's up, Aja? I see you there, girl. Does anybody know what this book is written about? This book that I'm writing is, I'm writing it about purpose, and I'm writing it as some of you know, as some of you don't. I am a resident resource coordinator. What that means is I work in apartment communities and I help families with resources to help them in their lives to thrive and succeed. A lot of what that looks like is after school programs. And you can see if you're watching on TikTok, Aja is asking me, am I able to come? Like, she wants me to come back out to her community. And yes, Aja, I will let you know as soon as I get it cleared when we'll be heading out there. Gotta go, Danny. Thank you for being here, Aja. I appreciate it. But I'm writing this book to the kids and the people that I've worked with. Christian is actually in Facebook trying to clown me right now, but this book is actually going to be dedicated to him as well. Christian, did you hear me read your name? Christian, this book is going to be dedicated to you. That means I'm writing it in the perspective of I'm talking to you. And it's about fulfilling purpose, and it's about accomplishing your life's purpose, accomplishing the things and avoiding the pitfalls and avoiding the traps. So why do I say all that? I say that because I really want to be accountable to you, this community, Facebook, all of you guys that are here. I want you guys If you don't hear me talking about the book, I want you to ask me what's going on with the book. I need that accountability to continue to write. I did hit a little writer's block for a week or so, but I got back into it. But I started the book with this question: why? I started the book with the question why, and that's really what I want to talk about tonight on this broadcast. I want to talk about why, and I wrote some questions down. Let me see if I can pull them up. Why was I so lucky? I'll hit you on the DM later, buddy. Why was I so lucky? Why did my dad stay? Why did my parents stick together? Why did my dad work so hard? Why was I born in America? Why was I born in the 1980s and not the 1880s or the 1480s? Why am I so blessed? And then it turns the question from why to what. What do I do with this? What do I do with this? I got you, Lydia. I'll be there. What do I do with this information that I'm assimilating? I'm asking the question, why did all these things happen? I mean, I can go deeper into it. Why was I born this skin color? Why was I born with genetics that made me become tall? Why do I have blue eyes? Why do I have brown hair? Why did I grow up in a way that I have compassion for others? Why do I have why do I move towards gratitude? Why am I positive? Why do I not stress about money? Why do I stress about other things? Why? Like, why did my genetic DNA order happen in this way, that I was created in this way? Why am I the way that I am? And then what do I do about it? Obviously, I can go into some negatives too. I can go into negatives about the things of my life. Why did I experience this? Why did I do this? Why did I act this way? All of those things, right? But why do I have the life that I have? Because I'm going to be honest with you. I have a great life. Not where I want to be, not at all where I want to be. I'm always constantly trying to move forward, but I'm content with where I am. And why do I get to be content? Why do I have that ability to be content with where I am? My whole life, I mean, when I've been in different places in my life, in different stages in my life, I've been content in those places as well. Why do I have that ability to be content? So I'm asking these questions why, because I want to help my friends that I work with. I want to help these kids that I work with avoid the pitfalls that start to turn the questions of why, of the blessings of what made you and what created you to fulfill your purpose, to the whys of why you can't accomplish your purpose. Right? I on Facebook this week, let me pull this up for you. Sorry it's a little bit tonight. I don't have everything in order. I kind of like it like that. On Facebook this week, there's a lot of stuff going on Facebook right now, and honestly, we'll talk about it in a little bit. Hurts me, hurts my heart, hurts my heart. Things are difficult right now, and I don't think in the same way that you would think that I would think that they were difficult. I mean, the obvious things that you see, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. This is a post that I put up from one of my friends. Sometimes you say these things after you lose a friend, and I wanted him to hear them. This was to my pastor and one of my first mentors growing up. I said, Aaron Taylor, you followed God, and I am the man that I am today because of your faithfulness. I was reflecting yesterday on pivotal moments in my life that helped me help create me into the man that I am today. All the work that I do today, the people I get to help, the passions that I have, the purpose I'm fulfilling, all as a result of your faithfulness. What if Crossfire TV wasn't a youth-focused TV show when I first saw it? Crossfire was a show that I saw when I was 14 years old, 15 years old, and then when I was 16 years old, I went to Crossfire for the first time. And it was a church that had a focus on youth, and it was an amazing experience. I went because I was a 16-year-old kid, and there were pretty girls on TV, and I wanted to go meet the pretty girls. But I walked in, and like my life changed. Like I heard a message that night. I came back the next week. I heard another message. I walked to the front. I prayed with my good friend Tim Cheek, and my life literally has never been the same since that moment. What if I hadn't graduated in 2000 and not been able to go into Master's Commission that fall? Master's Commission was a program that completely changed my life. I was with Master's Commission for 10 years of my life, with the opportunity to serve all over the country and do incredibly amazing, wonderful things that I never would have thought. And looking back at my life, I still wonder how in the world was I able to do all these things. What if our trips to the Philippines or Africa never happened? What if all the late nights, hard work, just push through and get the job done never happened? What if I missed the opportunity to be mentored by you all these years? I'm so thankful for you and Crossfire. You are my forever pastor, and Crossfire is my forever home. I said that because I have been on a reflecting process over the last couple weeks. I've been asking myself why, and I've been asking myself what if, right? My wife and I, we're a little bit corny. I don't know if she's watching right now. I think she's on here somewhere. But we're a little bit corny. I tell her that she's my soulmate, and she says, okay, well, if I'm your soulmate, then, what would have happened if you wouldn't have moved to California and I wouldn't have moved to California? We never would have met each other because we both live in California. When we met, we both lived in California, but she was from Houston, I was from Oregon. We moved here about the same time and went years without knowing each other, and then all of a sudden met, and I was like, you know what? We would have found each other somehow. And it's crazy because we actually, after we were together, we found out we had mutual friends, and I knew this person and she knew this person, and it's like, see, we would have found each other somehow. We would have connected somehow. And that's a pivotal moment in my life when I met my wife. Fantastic moment in my life. Then when she said yes to marrying me, and when saw her walking down the aisle, and I took her hand and I married her, like amazing life. Like, how do I get to live this life? Why? And I think it's a lot of perspective that I come at my life with. I think the reason that I can ask why, and I can look at my life and see it as as beautiful as it is, and it's not always beautiful. It's not like I'm getting up every morning and like, skipping to the skipping by the flowers and dancing with the sun as it rises. It's not a fictional beautiful life. It's a reality beautiful life. I live a beautiful life, and I believe that I live that beautiful life because of the perspective that I take in it, right? When I reflect on my life, which I oftentimes do, I see beauty because I choose to look at the beauty in my life. I really try to live my life in a place of gratitude, grateful for every opportunity that I've been given, positive and negative. Look, I've had a lot of stuff that's happened in my life, but you're not going to hear me talking about it because it's not productive. It doesn't help me get to the next place. It didn't help me. Maybe it trained me or gave me tools that I needed to get into the place that I am right now. But I would way rather focus on the perspective of gratitude and thankfulness for where I am today because I love my life. The odds of being born. Like, I'm not going to talk about this. I have some things that I want to say. But my little niece, my little 11-year-old niece is here, so I don't think I can say it without blushing. And I don't think I can say it without her dad calling me later. But I'll tell you guys this. The odds of you being alive are 400 billion to 1. Think about that. Some of you guys know what that means. Some of you don't. But the odds of being born. And then think about, most of you are watching this right now. You're watching this from the West, right? Most all of the viewers right now are watching this in the United States. Think of the odds of being born in America, right? There's 7 billion people on the planet right now, and you were one of the lucky 300 million to be born in this great country. Now, I say great country, and a lot of people might take offense to that and might be frustrated with that, but this is an amazing country. I love America. In fact, I am going to, this is another announcement, I guess. I'm going to start a side thing. It's going to be called Danny's, the working title right now is Danny's Book Club. But I'm going to be taking a book. I'm going to start with the book America, the Last Best Hope by William J. Bennett. And it's a historical account of America that does not hide the negative things. It talks about the negative, but it also comes from a place of patriotism and pride for our country and pride for who we are and where we're at. And I just feel like that's missing today. So I'm going to take my little space of the internet, and we're going to talk about that once a week. Coming probably this fall. Probably do that this fall. Doesn't that sound like a total, like, ABC? Coming this fall. Book time with Danny. All right. But America's a great country. And right now, we're in a really strange place. I am not afraid to say George Floyd. I'm not afraid to say Black Lives Matter. I'm not afraid to say that what happened to him was an absolute atrocity. Like, we witnessed a man being murdered by a man that was sworn to protect and serve him. We witnessed a child of God being murdered. Steven on Facebook says, won the lottery, born in the greatest country ever. That's true. At the greatest time ever, too, Steven. Could you imagine if we were born in America in the 1400s and we had to sign up for the Civil War? But I'm not afraid to say that was a horrible incident. That was an awful incident, and I can chew gum and walk at the same time. And I can also say that these riots, because the riots are the awful part. Riots are not demonstration. Riots are not protests. There is no justification for violence in this time, especially when the protest is violence. You come at me any way you want. You cannot justify it. There is a process of how to get things changed. And people keep asking me, I don't know why, but they keep asking me, I keep getting private messages, Danny, what can I do? What can I do to change things? What can I do? Because I've been very vocal on Facebook about your hashtags don't matter. Your donation to said cause doesn't matter. Your what else? Your march doesn't matter. Your sign doesn't matter. And I really believe that. I believe that. I believe. Now I'm okay with protesting. I'm okay with going out and protesting and making a stand against injustice. I am. But more important than that, if you're out protesting, I know people. My wife is in the entertainment industry, and I know people that are out to get their photo op, to make sure that they're part of it, so they get their Instagram picture, and that's disgusting. And I know a lot of people are frustrated and don't know what to do, so they'll start going online and arguing with people. I'll say this: the only thing that I know to do is one. That's the only thing I know to do. There's a story of a young man who was on the shores of the ocean, and there were starfish that had dried up on the shore, and they were dying. Right, starfish are alive, and they were dying on the ocean as they were washing in from the ocean. And there were hundreds, if not thousands, of starfish along this beach. And he was taking the starfish and he was grabbing them and throwing them one at a time as hard as he could into the ocean. And a man walked up to him and said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "These starfish are dying. I've got to get them back into the water." And the man looked at him and thought, and he said, "Okay, but what's the point? There's hundreds, if not thousands, of starfish on this beach. Surely you can't get them all into the water. And as soon as you get one into the water, 3 more will rise in with the new tide. You can't make a difference to all of them. And beyond that, how many starfish around the world are dying on beaches?" Kid thought, reached down, picked up the starfish, another starfish, threw it in the ocean, and looked at the man and said, "Mattered to that one. Made a difference to that one." And I've been trying to find a way to talk about this, and I feel like this is the best place to talk about it. I've talked about it with a few friends here and there. You have to work first on yourself. If you have prejudice, if you have anger, if you have frustration, you have to work on yourself on that. You have to get past that. You have to come to a place where you can see the beauty in life. And then you have to help the people that you are entrusted with around you, your family, your friends, your neighbors, your community. One by one, each of us can make a difference. And I truly believe this. As a child of God, 1 times 1 is 1. Right? Me times 1 equals 1. But me, 1 times God, is infinite. It doesn't. It's infinite. It doesn't stop. The pull, the ability, the reach never ends. And so, my frustration and why I get mad when people argue and post online is because I work with a lot of these kids that are going to grow up and become men and women in our society. I work with them. And when you say Black Lives Matter, the question is, why are you saying that? The question is, why is that being said? So you say, because there was injustice, and it's important to say that Black Lives Matter. Agreed. There was injustice, and Black lives do matter. But what does that say to the child? What does that say to my buddy Joshua when you say Black Lives Matter? And he says, "Okay, but why are you telling me Black Lives Matter?" "Oh, because some people in the world would say that Black lives don't matter." What does that do to his mental capacity when basically the undergirding thought of Black Lives Matter is the reason to say that is because there's a belief that they don't matter? I posted earlier this week, and some people got mad at me for posting. I said, your life matters, because it's an individual thing. I look at every single person. I try to judge every single person on an individual basis the best that I can. Your life matters. Your individual life matters. You have purpose. Individually, you have purpose. There's a plan for your life. There's dreams and things inside of you that are there specifically for you. That they're specific to you. You matter. And that's what I want these kids that I work with to know. That's why I'm writing this book, is so that they know that they matter. It's why today I drove to South Central Los Angeles. My wife wanted to go with me so that I'd have black support, right? So if I got in a position where somebody wanted to say something, she could be like, hey, he's with me. So I could have a black card with me, I guess. Why did I go today? Because I wanted Joshua to know that his life mattered. I wanted Isaiah to know that his life mattered. I wanted Ronald to know that I value him and he is important. And I feel like that's the message that's getting lost in all of this. Is individually they matter. And I don't know where, you know, I know their mom, she's a nice lady. Their school, I don't know where they're none of them are good students. Like, let's just be honest, none of them are good students. I help them with their homework. They're horrible at studies. I don't know who is mentoring them in their life besides me. And if I'm the only one in their life that's saying that they're important and they matter, then it's important for me to be there and tell them that. And that's what I would say you can do during this time of unrest, is focus on the people, focus on the vulnerable, focus on the elderly. Go spend time with the elderly. Go sit and talk with the elderly about their life and their experiences, and don't be in a hurry. And then go to the people that are around you and give value to each one. Because that's why I am the place that I am, because my parents cared for me. Because I had mentors that cared for me. I had people that loved me and wanted me to succeed. Why? And then the big question is, what do I do with this? Guys, I'll be back next Tuesday. Hope that you enjoyed tonight. I am so thankful that you're here with me on this journey, and I hope that you guys have an amazing day. I hope that this touched you. Please make sure to comment and reach out to me if you need to. I'd love to talk to you more about this. Until next time, I'm Danny Eley.